So we've completed the election for Speaker, and I'm gratified to have the support of my colleagues to be elected tonight as Speaker-designate. So when we convene in January, I will be sworn in as the new Speaker of the Minnesota House.
Majority leader? Is there a majority leader?
Where the caucus is still continuing to do business inside, and so we'll be done hopefully soon.
So we don't have a majority leader yet?
We're still working on business at the caucus.
Okay. Why don't we just start with the easy question, which is, we've got a Republican Senate, you've got a Democratic House. How the heck are we going to get anything done?
Well, I think that Governor-elect Walz and Senator Paul Gazelka and I share one trait. We're all very practical and pragmatic people. And so we are likely to figure out a way to solve problems together.
Gas tax. Are you for a gas tax? That's something that the governor has said he wants.
I know that the governor has run on that, and he has been elected overwhelmingly, and so I think that is a very fair topic for discussion.
Or do you think the House is in favor of a gas tax?
Well, we'll have to form our committees and get a bill introduced and debate it through committee and get it to the floor and see if that would survive.
Were you challenged as Speaker?
No.
What took so long then?
We have a lot of things to talk about. We have 32 freshmen, and so there's a lot of getting to know each other. We got to have some quality time with Governor-elect Walz and Lieutenant Governor-elect Flanagan, and we feel that our vision and their vision is really very similar, and we look forward to working together with them. I would anticipate that we will work together with the governor very, very well.
Are you still not sorry?
I'm still not sorry.
My real question is, can you go over what you mentioned 32 members, can you go over what the margin is now in terms
Sure.
of?
We are presently at 75-59 in the 2019-2020 session. We have one recount that's mandatory. Representative-elect John Purcell will have a mandatory recount. And so if that holds, we will be 75-59.
To you, what are the issues this session that are paramount as the Speaker to get done?
Well, definitely health care was the biggest issue through the campaign across the state of Minnesota, rural Minnesota, suburban Minnesota, urban Minnesota. But the entire gamut of issues come up before the legislature. We will put together a budget for the next biennium, and we won't get started on that until we get the budget forecast. I'm a little bit hesitant to say a whole lot because I need to get back in there for the business that we're currently on. But what I would say is that we have some very significant unfinished business from the last session. And so we will get started right away looking at tax conformity, addressing the opioid epidemic, nursing home abuse and neglect, and other issues that were wrapped up in that 990-page bill that fell on the last day of session. There were a number of things that were almost unanimously supported that we should just peel out of there and get done right away.
Medical marijuana, is the House going to take that up?
I believe that there'll be a discussion about marijuana laws, yes.
Okay. Recreation.
But I'm going to go back for the...
Can I ask about gun reform? It was the first thing you mentioned on election night. How do you see working with the Senate on that?
Well, certainly I think that Minnesotans want us to take action, and I think that we heard about that in the election. And it's unfortunate that we continue to be reminded of how significant an issue this is in the country with tragic shootings. So common now that they almost barely take the news space that they should for the murder of innocent people. And so we definitely will be looking at that issue.
What specifically on guns?
I probably can't go down that road yet until we have more conversations. But thank you, and we'll probably be done making a couple other decisions soon if you want to stick around. That would be my anticipation. So we can announce that we have a full leadership team of Ryan Winkler has been elected the majority leader of the Minnesota House, and Liz Olson has been elected the majority whip. And I'll let each of them say a few words.
The Minnesota House DFL caucus represents every corner of the state of Minnesota. It represents people of all backgrounds. We are a gender-balanced caucus. We are bringing one Minnesota to the state capitol every day, and we will make sure that on policy, on outreach, and on presence in all parts of the state, we will be there. And we look forward to having a very productive, very hard-working legislative session that serves the people of Minnesota, working very closely with Governor Walz and the Minnesota Senate.
I'm proud to stay on with this leadership team and with a wonderful caucus that's ready to get to work, that reflects our state and the beautiful diversity, and is ready to go to work and make sure that we have a One Minnesota where everyone can thrive.
Any questions? They just want to go.
So you spent all that time on the majority leader then, or other things?
Other caucus business.
We had a robust discussion.
Can you tell us any more about the discussion?
What happens in caucus stays in caucus. It's a little bit like Las Vegas.
Not really.
Contested race for leader?
We had multiple candidates for the majority leader position and majority whip, but Representative Hortman was elected speaker by acclamation of the caucus.
Okay. We
What's
get
it
to go
like to be back?
What's it like to be back?
It looks a little bit familiar, John, but I like what they've done with the place overall.
All right. Well, we'll see you. Thank you so much.
Thanks.